What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. You know, this 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 these accusations or people just keep the fact that people keep coming in the comment section telling me that nobody heard of Brian Norman Jr. before. Uh, he ain't fought the same type of guys Devin has fought to this point. And, he ain't on this level, and dudes is saying all kind of nonsense. And this ain't the first time it's happened to a guy out of Atlanta. Back in the day, my man right here, my man Vernon, that's him and my son in Atlanta. Vernon Forest, when he won a welterweight championship from 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 Sugar Shane Moseley that night. Outside of people in the box community, the trainers and fighters, and people in Georgia, didn't nobody know who Vernon Forest was. They had like an 8-1 underdog. That's pretty steep odds for a welterweight match against a guy that was undefeated. Vernon Forest was undefeated too, and he had even beat Shane in the amateurs, and they still had him an 8-1 underdog. I mean, nobody gave him a chance. They said Shane's speed, his boxing ability, his movement, and his power was going to be too much for Vernon Forest. And by the third round, he had knocked Shane Moseley damn near in the never land. And to be honest with you, Shane Moseley's career was never the same from that first fight when Vernon Forest beat all the life out of him. I liked Shane back then, but I was going for the hometown man, and I won money that night. Vernon Forest destroyed Shane, and Shane looked like himself for the first round. Second round, he had a little headbutt, and the third round, Vernon caught him with a right hook to the body, right uppercut, and I mean, boy, and Shane was if you go watch, if you have time, go watch Shane fights before he fought Vernon Forest, Oscar De La Hoya, all that. Then watch him after he fought Vernon Forest. He was never the same again after that beating he took. And once again, just because people don't know who a guy is, just because he don't have, he ain't been in there with these well-known fighters, don't mean he ain't a great fighter. It don't mean that. It just mean he finally getting his shot. A lot of people didn't know who Kell Brook was. Hell, I didn't. Until he fought Sean Porter, really. I had heard of him, and I knew he was supposed to be a big welterweight. I think he had the IBF, but didn't nobody know who Kell Brook was. Not really in the States until the fight with Sean Porter. Not really. He wasn't popular like that. This is not. This is something that happens in boxing every now and then. It's a diamond in the rough that don't nobody know about, and he come in there and take a couple of big names out, and Winky Wright was like that. It's a lot of guys that don't come in here with that high profile. Like Devin came into the sport high profile, working in the Mayweather Boxing Club, working with Roy Jones Jr., working with Floyd Mayweather Sr. He came up in the public eye, and with some of the best fighters in boxing, teaching him early in his career. So he's been in the public eye for a long time, and to some degree he was groomed to be here. Let's just keep it real, and so was Brian Norman Jr., but it was just done the old-fashioned way, the Marvin Hagler way, the Bernard Hopkins way, where you out there on your own grinding, doing your thing, hoping somebody fuck up and give you a shot, just like that dude did Costanzo, or whatever his dude's name was, who he knocked out and got the belt from. It's a lot of guys sitting back hoping one of these dudes fuck up and call him out. And I think that's what happened with B. Norman Jr. And I think to some degree, Bill gonna always have confidence in his son. He should. Devin a damn good fighter, but I think they know this. Oh well, I'm sure Bill at this point, if he didn't take it serious from the time he got that phone call, I think throughout this promotion he realized Devin finna be in a motherfucking fight. Devin finna be in a dog fight. If he win this fight, you gotta give him his props. And I mean, both fighters, but Devin especially, after what happened with him and Ryan Garcia, I give him courage. I mean, I give him credit just for getting in the ring with a guy that's a big puncher like this. You know, you gotta give him respect for that. You understand? Now, one thing I don't like about this new generation, I get sick of dudes telling me who somebody called out. They act like calling somebody out is beating them. Do y'all realize that shit don't mean nothing? Only thing that means something is getting in that motherfucking ring together. I called you out don't mean shit, because if the promoters don't put the money up, you can call a motherfucker out till the cows come home. If the money ain't there, the fight ain't gonna happen. So it's all nice and cute for social media, but it don't mean shit. Don't y'all remember Earl Spence got in the ring with Fundura 2 years ago? How'd that work out? That shit happened a lot, until a name is on the dotted line and you damn near in the ring. You look at Shakur and Kid Austin. Shit, it was the week of the fight, and the dude didn't make it in there. So I mean, calling somebody out don't mean shit. It means something when you get in the ring and actually fight them. Being willing to fight, that's nice and good, but that ain't beating no motherfucking body. So, and another thing, the money got to be right on both ends. A person can call somebody else and send a bullshit contract over that they know a person ain't gonna agree to. There's a lot of ways to do shit and make it seem like something else. So unless they fight, please don't nobody come tell me about who called this out, who called that out. That shit don't mean nothing to nobody but these youngins on social media who give motherfuckers credit for saying they want to fight. I mean, that's nice and good, but until you get in the ring, don't nobody know shit. Including me, everybody just knew Ryan Garcia would beat Rolly. How that work out? I mean, shit, and what people that ain't never boxed before obviously don't understand is it's different levels of hitting hard. Like it's dudes that's just hard punchers, and then it's dudes that's hard punchers that actually got some power with that motherfucking punch too. And when you get hit with punches like that and you in a fight, especially if it's early, that's gonna fuck the fight plan up, because the reality is if it's a legitimate big puncher, you can't keep taking them shots. You gonna get wore out. That's just the reality of the situation. And if you ain't a good enough boxer where you laying there, even if they hit you on your arms and shit, as them rounds go on, them arms that trust me, all that shit hurt. It's dudes that can punch out here. If y'all look at Vernon Forest knuckles on that right hand, that motherfucker knuckles was like concrete. Vernon was a damn good fighter, and before he fought Shane Moseley outside of Georgia and the boxing community, didn't nobody know who he was. Didn't nobody know who he was. That's why the odds was like they was that night, 8-1, for a guy that been to I think he went to the Olympics. If I'm not mistaken, now he didn't win or nothing like that, but I think he went. If I can't, I don't necessarily remember. It was so long ago. But the point being, didn't nobody think he had a chance, just like they saying about Devin and Brian Norman Jr. right now, and they both from Atlanta. So here we go again. That's the way I see it. Here we go again, and that power change shit up. I tell you what you do. Go watch Vernon Forest versus Sugar Shane Moseley, the first fight. Go look at, hell, if you watch the ring walking in, nobody know who the fuck Vernon is except the announcers and the real boxing people. Everybody came to see Shane come in there and dominate like he had been doing everybody else. He had beat Oscar De La Hoya. And Oscar was a bad motherfucker at that time. The first fight with Shane and Oscar, go watch it, that was a war. And they like I said, they thought this boy had no chance. Country, can't move his feet, one-dimensional, all that same shit they saying about Brian Norman Jr., they were saying the same shit about Vernon Forest. And you ask Sugar Shane how he feel about Vernon. Now, Vernon did go on, not may rest in peace, but he was a bad boy, and he was laid back, quiet. He wasn't a big talker, similar to Brian Norman Jr. actually talk a lot more than Vernon did. Vernon was a laid back, humble guy that was a hell of a boxer. That picture we took, that was when he was getting ready to fight what's that dude name? the dude that used to be smoking cigarettes and stuff like that. I think is it my orga? I think it's my orga. That was when he was getting ready to fight him for this. When he had lost to my orga and was going for the rematch. But the bottom line, they underestimated the hell out of him until he took Shane belt off of him. And I think it's gonna be another one of them type situations going on. I forgot how did Vernon lose the belts, or did he give them up and move up? I don't remember what the situation was. Oh, that's right. I think he lost it to Mayorga, but no matter what happened, he the fight that everybody thought he was gonna lose, he won. And I'm getting that same vibe in this Brian Norman Jr. fight, and people might be real surprised after Vernon was similar to this situation, had a little reach advantage over Sugar Shane, just little stuff, and he had that big right hand, and he caught Shane with that big right hand. And that's why I keep saying, I don't give a fuck how good you box. When you got another good fighter in there that's came to fight, not a guy that's just coming there to get paid. That last dude, Ramirez, he wasn't willing to sell out. He was just happy to be there. This is gonna be a different situation. This boy is coming to win this fight. He not finna just hand Devin his motherfucking belt. It's not finna happen. He gonna have to take it. Devin is gonna have to take it, and it's gonna be hard to take it and run at the same time. So it's gonna be some fireworks in there, and I want to see how it go when they get down in there and they exchange. Cause if you think they're gonna go 12 rounds and don't ever exchange, you crazy. It's gonna be a few times throughout the fight where they're gonna be locked up with letting the big shots fly, and I just think that's where the trouble gonna start. I really do. And once again, if I'm Ryan Norman Sr., we finna go out there from round one and check that chin quick like Ryan Garcia did. Go out there and pop him good in that first round and see if his legs jelly like they was last time, or if his legs all the way up under him. I would have to find that out damn near immediately. And I have a hard time thinking Senior is gonna be bullshit, and I think he's gonna send his boy over there to go ahead and get up in this motherfucking shit immediately. I don't think they coming out there to play with him. They don't came a long way from home for this fight, and I just don't think he's trying to come home without his belt. I don't. Now I do believe Devin gonna come in there and fight his heart out. That's why I say, I mean, I'm going for Brian Norman Jr., but to me, it's 50-50 like a motherfucker. One is I just think they both got advantages. And that's why I keep saying whoever can dictate what type of fight it's going to be will win. But just a 50-50 fight all day long. I mean, it ain't like I can't say Brian Norman Jr. is all this much better than Devin and vice versa. I'm going to say this. I'm going for Brian Norman Jr., and I think he should be able to put Devin down, but shit, it's a possibility he could get outboxed. That is a realistic situation that could happen. I don't want it to, but it could. Shit, Devin can box. If you don't cut that motherfucking ring off and force a fight, and start following him, he cannot get caught up following Devin around the ring. He can't make that mistake. I've seen fighters do that. You look up, shit, you 5 or 6, 3 or 4 rounds down, following a dude before you snap out of that zone. So the fact that his father has been in this thing, I don't think he'll let that happen. I think the minute he see him following and not cutting off the ring, as soon as he come in that corner, they will correct that shit right quick. So that's what I say, man. Having his father be the trainer and a professional fighter himself. I mean, you can't put a price tag on how valuable that's gonna be in that corner, especially in a big fight like they finna have this weekend. They both may have to dig deep. They may have to go deep down inside themselves and see what's in there. It could get that serious in there, because I think Brian Norman Jr. gonna be fighting like a motherfucker that ain't never lost, and Devin gonna be fighting like a motherfucker who don't want to lose again. So like I say, man, people keep saying it's gonna be a boring fight. I don't see how. I don't see that shit at all. I see Devin may try to run, but I don't think Brian Norman gonna let him. I think he gonna put enough good shots on him when he do try to run, where Devin gonna realize he can't get down, he can't get behind in points. So he gonna have to fight all night. This shit gonna be a good one. I'm telling you, dog. Don't miss this fight. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, hit the like and subscribe. Till the next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.